Hey, LaborFest, what's going on? I'm Boots Riley, the writer and director of Sorry to Bother You. I'm glad y'all are taking some time to check it out. Um, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to say too much about it, but uh, what you can know about it is that there are themes in the film of people taking power through withholding their labor. And it's part of discussions of power and how to change the world that have been missing from more mainstream talk about these subjects for a while. And I wanted to make sure that I injected that into the movie. But even more so, the response that the film got says a lot about where people are at right now, where the general public is at. Um, we know that there are strikes, both planned and wildcat strikes happening all over the country. We know that every low wage workers and workers that have also been in more traditionally organized spaces are also fighting harder than ever before. We know that places that were jobs that were invented to avoid unionization, like Uber and Lyft, they're organizing now. Students are organizing all over in connection with labor. This is a very new, real, and important time. And what we have to remember is that in other times of there being a large and powerful labor movement, one of the reasons that it was large and powerful was its connection to radical politics. We can't only talk about the withholding of labor for the immediate. That's important, and that's what we have to do. But we have to connect it to a radical vision of a new world that we want to create, one in which the people can democratically control the wealth that we create with our labor, right? And in the 20s and 30s, when there were massive strikes and occupations of factories and taking over mines and big battles going on. And here on the West Coast, you had the ILWU battling, the militia in order to unionize. During that time, there were 1 million card-carrying communists in the United States. This is no coincidence. They did both feed into each other. And places like Montana, Utah, Oklahoma, and Alabama were called hotbeds of communist activity by the FBI at the time. Now, what this means is that we can't, when organizing labor, we can't hold back on those radical politics, because that's what motivates folks to understand their place not only in that battle right then and there, but that place of that battle in the world. And so I think it's a new, exciting time for organizing labor, and I think it's a new, exciting time for making a revolutionary movement. And that revolutionary movement is going to be inextricably tied to teaching the power of withholding of labor, because that teaches class analysis, that teaches why the usefulness of class struggle. And I'm glad that you are all there planning, conspiring, and gearing up for the battle. Thank you. Peace.